Imagine you're sitting in the crystal dining hall of the world's most advanced megaship, the Oceanus Titan, enjoying a vintage wine that costs more than a standard car, when suddenly the entire horizon shifts violently to the left. Plates shatter against the marble floors, the swimming pool water cascades over the decks like a tsunami, and the massive chandelier above swings dangerously, threatening to crush the elite guests below. This wasn't a rogue wave, and it certainly wasn't an iceberg. This near disaster was caused by something far more dangerous than nature. A wealthy passenger who decided that her 500-square-foot balcony simply wasn't big enough for her ego. Welcome back to CruiseHOA, where we explore the forbidden secrets of the high seas. Today, we are exposing the unbelievable true story of how one woman's obsession with home renovation clashed with a top-secret military-grade stabilization system hidden inside the ship's walls. The Oceanus Titan is rumored to have a hidden gyroscopic core that keeps it perfectly flat even in hurricanes, a technology stolen from futuristic blueprints, but no one knew exactly where it was located until Mrs. van der Hoven decided to take a power drill to her suite's wall. Buckle up, because this story of entitlement goes deeper than the ocean itself. Let's introduce the villain of our story, a woman we'll call Mrs. van der Hoven, a real estate mogul who made her fortune flipping mansions in Beverly Hills. She had booked the Sovereign Suite on Deck 14, a room that costs a staggering $80,000 per week. This suite is a masterpiece of luxury, featuring Italian velvet furniture, a ceiling that mimics the night sky using fiber optics, and a bathroom with taps made of solid 24-karat gold. But for Mrs. van der Hoven, luxury wasn't enough. She needed perfection. From the moment she stepped on board, she treated the crew like her personal construction team. She complained that the carpet was too fluffy, that the ocean was too loud, and that the sun was shining from the wrong angle. But her biggest grievance was the balcony. Despite being large enough to host a dinner party for 10, she felt it was claustrophobic. She wanted to host a sunrise yoga session for her Instagram followers, and she claimed the structural privacy wall on the left side was blocking her spiritual energy and ruined the aesthetic of her morning selfies. Little did she know, that wall wasn't just a partition, it was a load-bearing shield for the ship's most sensitive secret. On the second day of the voyage, Mrs. van der Hoven marched down to the guest services desk, slamming her diamond-encrusted phone on the counter. She didn't ask for a room change, she demanded a renovation. Using the same logic she applied to her homeowners association battles on land, she argued that since she rented the room, she had the right to modify it. She presented a sketch she had drawn on a napkin showing the removal of the steel privacy wall to combine her balcony with the maintenance catwalk next door. The poor guest services manager tried to explain the basic laws of maritime engineering, that you cannot simply remove walls on a moving vessel made of steel. He politely explained, "Madam, that is not a dry wall. That is high-tensile naval steel, and behind it lies essential ship infrastructure." Mrs. van der Hoven laughed in his face, calling him lazy and claiming she knew more about architecture than the ship's designers. She threatened to call the owner of the cruise line, screaming that she was a platinum guest and rules were meant for the people in the economy cabins, not for someone of her stature. When her demands were formally rejected in writing, she didn't pack her bags. She decided to take matters into her own hands. To understand the gravity of her mistake, you need to understand the secret technology she was about to tamper with. The Oceanus Titan doesn't use standard stabilizers. Instead, it employs a classified system known as the gravitational omni-gyro. Developed by a renegade scientist named Dr. Aris Thorne, this massive spinning sphere creates a localized gravity field that counters the motion of the waves, ensuring the champagne in the first-class lounge never spills a drop. Because this technology is so powerful and volatile, it generates immense heat and vibration. To dampen this, the engineers hid the gyro's maintenance access shaft behind the thickest, most reinforced walls on the ship, which just happened to be the exact privacy wall on Mrs. Vanderhoven's balcony. The wall was lined with lead and acoustic foam to silence the hum of the machine. By removing it, she wouldn't just be expanding her view, she would be exposing the ship's equilibrium brain to the raw elements. If that gyro detects a breach or an anomaly, its safety protocol is to hard lock, which freezes the ship in its current position relative to the horizon, which can be catastrophic if the ship is turning. You might be wondering, how does a passenger get heavy-duty construction tools onto a luxury cruise ship? Well, Mrs. Vanderhoven was cunning. She hadn't brought a jackhammer, but she had brought her sculpting kit for her hobby of carving marble statues. This kit contained a diamond-tipped rotary cutter and a high-powered industrial drill, which security had allowed because they assumed she would be carving small stones, not the ship itself. Late at night, while the rest of the passengers were enjoying the midnight buffet or sleeping in their cabins, Mrs. Vanderhoven dragged her expensive patio furniture inside to clear the workspace. She put on her designer sunglasses as safety goggles and wrapped a silk scarf around her face to block the dust. In her mind, she was a visionary improver, a hero who was fixing the bad design of the ship. She looked at the steel wall, tapped it with her knuckle, and whispered, "You're coming down tonight." She completely ignored the small red metal plate at the bottom of the wall that read, "Danger, high voltage and gyroscopic sensors, do not drill." To her, signs were just suggestions for the poor. The sound began at 2 a.m. It wasn't a loud bang, but a high-pitched grinding whine that vibrated through the steel skeleton of the ship. Mrs. Vanderhoven started by drilling into the rivets, thinking she could simply unscrew the panel. When that didn't work, she used her diamond cutter to slice through the sealant. As she cut deeper, sparks began to fly, illuminating her balcony in flashes of orange light. The neighbors in the adjacent suite woke up thinking there was a mechanical failure and called the front desk to complain about a dentist drill sound. Meanwhile, Mrs. Vanderhoven was sweating but determined. She finally managed to pierce the outer layer of the steel. As the drill bit punched through into the dark void behind the wall, she felt a strange humming vibration travel up her arms. It wasn't just vibration, it was the raw kinetic energy of the omni-gyro spinning at 10,000 RPM, just few feet away. Instead of stopping, she pushed harder, thinking she had hit a support beam. She leaned her entire body weight onto the drill, forcing it deeper, right towards the sensitive magnetic calibration sensors that kept the $2 billion ship upright. The moment her drill bit severed the calibration cable, chaos erupted instantly. The ship's computer, thinking the gyro was under attack or malfunctioning, initiated the emergency hard lock protocol. However, because the ship was in the middle of a slow turn to avoid a weather system, the gyro locked in the wrong orientation. In a split second, the massive 200,000-ton vessel lurched violently to the starboard side. It didn't just sway, it stayed there, listing at a terrifying 20-degree angle. Inside the sovereign suite, Mrs. Vanderhoven was thrown across the room, sliding down the slanted floor along with her expensive furniture. On the lower decks, the scene was apocalyptic.
The main pool water emptied out on the jogging track, sweeping away deck chairs. In the kitchens, thousands of plates crashed to the floor. Passengers were thrown out of their beds. The captain on the bridge watched in horror as his control panel lit up like a Christmas tree, displaying a hull integrity breach alert originating specifically from Deck 14, Room 1402. The ship was now stuck, leaning dangerously over the dark ocean, all because one woman wanted a better view for her yoga mat. It took security teams and engineers 10 minutes to manually override the system and slowly bring the ship back to a level position. Once the panic subsided, the master-at-arms and a team of furious officers stormed Deck 14. They didn't need a detective to find the culprit. The door to the Sovereign suite was jammed, and the sound of someone cursing was coming from inside. When they forced the door open,